All right, so welcome back from the quick break. The newspaper reviews continue, but you can also join us on 053-715-8638 is the numbers where you can send your thoughts and comments and on those matters that have come up this morning. We've had conversation already with the Cocoa Farmers Association. You had a PRO and you had the president of the association. We're looking at all the various stories on the various newspapers. You can also share your thoughts with us and matters that has come up. The NDC is giving the General Secretary at the presser yesterday, you know what he said, you need to resign your position if you want to contest for any of the positions at the national level. So 6 months before. But so we continue with the newspaper review segment and then we dive into some other matters this morning. Which one was the last newspaper before
the Catalyst?
Before we went on the break.
The Catalyst.
The Catalyst.
Yes.
Okay, so the next paper is a Daily Analyst. From the Catalyst to the Analyst, where they said the MPP decides tomorrow. Polls split as Bawumia Agyapong both tipped for victory. Big push feasibility studies. Government signed $12.83 million AFDB grant. GJA convenes meeting to address rising attack on journalists. Is also on the Analyst. Then NDC sets December 6, 19th, 2026 for National Delegate Conference. Is also there. Hajj quota fully subscribed. Bahama says the president. So those are the stories on the Daily Analyst newspaper.
The Daybreak newspaper. ADB blows $450,000 on rent without a board. Bawumia for the win. As I started with God, so shall I end with God. That is according to Dr. Brian Champon. And the last one, GRA bags 56 billion Ghana cedis in 2025 despite constraints. These are the stories on the front page of the Daybreak.
Away from the Daybreak, let's do the Business and Financial Times. Reduce prices to reflect agri-sector gains. Customs falls short of 2025 revenue targets. Government chart bold path for child-centered growth. Building cost inflation falls for the 8th straight month. Closing 67% tax gap crucial for fiscal independence. GRA. Business and Financial Times has the stories and more. It's a building cost inflation falls for the 8th straight month. And that is a good story for us as a nation. And you see the graph and the growth on the Business and Financial Times newspaper. All right, so those are the stories on the various newspapers. You can share your thoughts with us on 053-715-8638. Also, between your first conversation around 7:15 this morning, and sending a day after the newspapers and also at Waso. Ogbasane pi wokwe enoni ba neji Cocoa Farmers ana ameka we age since last year pay kwame also ofilase wontwe won kawo na ma onenti abane hu bibi wo kama Ogbasane pi wokwe newspaper say NDC keke o toni ofi onupa ye party ani no here domama abo office ko no twunya no ke bo na ka office ke o ta o hie no ba pele national position there's no reason in 6 months they wait to their no show so you have to resign 6 months into it. So you can give us a call. What do you make of the conversation with the Farmer Association and as well as the the ongoing issues between the farmers and government. Others believe that they've been neglected because we have cocoa board. We have gold board. So all attention is on gold board to the detriment of the cocoa board. But they have been in existence. They are the people who feed us.
Yeah.
So I think we should take a second look at their plight and then shape the situation once and for all before the farmlands are turned into galamsey sites for us. I think something needs to be done as quickly as possible. We'll also be going to the lines and to be talking to the editor of the Hawk newspaper, McCarthy. Collins McCarthy will be joining us via the phone. And we have this conversation, the road to the 2028 election, the MPP. When you got up this morning, what is the dynamics like? But today is the final stretch, and then tomorrow, the MPP decides.
Yes, so all the parties are wrapping up with their campaign, issuing Kennedy Japan addressed delegates. It was a televised address, I think yesterday. Yes, and most of the papers are reporting that Dr. Bawumia will win. You have Brian featuring in some of them, and then Dr. Educhum. So yes, I can't wait to see what will happen tomorrow. But today we haven't seen any new polls.
No.
Yeah, but the
maybe we've not had any prophecy to for now.
Yeah.
Maybe they feel that it's close to call now, but tomorrow is just here.
Tomorrow is just here. Yeah, so we wait to see what
and
will
all
happen
campaigns
tomorrow.
end yesterday.
Yesterday night, okay. Yeah, so we hope to see what happens tomorrow, but we urge candidates, the delegates, to exhibit peaceful conduct at the polling stations. Don't go and fight. Don't go and do things that your opponents will use against you. So at this time, the party is not looking so attractive for Ghanaians. So don't go and add salt to injury. Please protect the small image you have left. Right? Don't go and fight. Exhibit good conduct. Go there, vote, and go home. Possible. If you are a supporter, you can come back later for the counting. Yes. So don't go and when they give you the money, take, but don't be influenced by the money. That's what I always tell you. But don't make your decision just based on the financial or the material things that they are offering you. So yes, it's going to be a very interesting election tomorrow. Kilabeu Lasho, Obiabeu is smoothness level by tomorrow evening. Yes, and I hope that the best candidate wins. Like I said, as for me, I want the best candidate to win. The person who has what it takes to become president, because take it or leave it, we have just two parties that can produce presidents as at now. It is the NDC or the NPP. It is the NPP or the NDC. So the person that the NPP will elect as their flag bearer tomorrow, it is not national chairman. They are electing a flag bearer, a presidential candidate, somebody who will lead the party into the 2028 election. And so if Ghanaians decide to vote for NPP in 2028, which is a possibility, just as the NDC winning in 2028 is also a possibility, because we have just two candidates, two parties that are capable as of now of winning elections. So if Ghanaians decide to vote for the NPP, then the person who will be elected tomorrow as flag bearer is the one who will become the next president of Ghana. And that is why we all must be interested, right, in what happens tomorrow. I am not a member of the NPP. I have never been, and I don't think I will ever be. But I am interested in what happens. This is more than an internal affair, because whoever they elect tomorrow is likely to become the president of Ghana on January 7, 2029. And so we all must be interested in what happens. That is why we are praying that the best candidate, we have 5 strong men, both of different weaknesses and strengths and what have you. But we hope and pray that the best of the 5 will win. And we entreat all delegates. If you are privileged, if you are fortunate to be a delegate, please think of Ghana. Think of Ghana. Think of Ghana. Nipa na okoto abama no oyobi a oman no eda na koma so oyobi a owon hihye pa so nyame adom na owini 2028 a obetimi de Ghana akọ nanim ana oyobi a oba enemu be din Ghana besan banechi. That is not what we want. So please think about the country. Elect somebody who has what it takes. Elect somebody who is experienced, who is knowledgeable, right? Who has that presidential character and aptitude to lead. So because, like I said, the person is likely to win, just as the NDC is so likely to win. So please don't think just about your party. Think about Ghanaians and elect for us somebody. Say the minus in 2028 obetimi de Ghana akọ nanim obetimi de nhyehyɛ pa aba obi ahom betono oman no beko nanim obetimi ato anema pa John Dramani Mahama sisi ano so na Ghana akọ nanim yenko yechibiom. So this is my personal appeal to the delegates, and like I am saying, whatever you do tomorrow, the NDC is watching. They will be using that against you. If you go and fight, the NDC will say you are a violent party. The NDC will stand and say, no, these people, they've conducted themselves well. We have to look at them again. So think about all of that, even as you go into the election. And we hope and pray, Mr. L, that tomorrow the best will win. That is the most important thing, that the best will win. So this is my take on tomorrow's election. Of course, MBN TV will be live tomorrow, bringing you reports from across the country. The 276 constituencies will touch base across the country to bring you reports of whatever is going on in the various polling stations. Okay. You can trust us that we'll bring you reports, we'll bring you accurate reportage of whatever that will be happening across the various polling stations tomorrow, January 31, 2026, Mr. L.
All right, so that is his take on what the MPP should be looking out for. We're trying to get the editor of the Hawk newspaper and a journalist, and also to pick his thoughts with regards to the NPP and going into this election. For the NPP to succeed, they did like to look for a leader with strong leadership skills. I mean, a deep understanding of Ghana's economy and also a social landscape and a vision for the country's future. I mean, those are the things I believe the delegates should be looking at. Don't think about your party, but look at the big picture itself. Strong governance and leadership experience. I mean, a proven track record of a leadership and a possible with experience in government and a related field. You need to look at somebody with economic expertise, understanding of the economic policies and strategies to drive growth, create jobs, and improve the living standards of the Ghanaian people. A vision for Ghana's development, a clear plan. I know you've listened to all the five. Look at the person with a clear plan for Ghana's future, including priorities like infrastructure, education, healthcare, and industrialization. These are the 5 thematic areas. Look for that person who have that vision for this country as we soldier on for God and country today. And not forget that integrity and accountability is a very key in choosing who leads this country. A leader with a strong moral compass, transparent and accountable to the people. Don't just go choose because somebody has given you money. No. Choose because you are looking for somebody with a strong governance and leadership experience. You are choosing somebody who have economic expertise, somebody whose vision for Ghana is development. You see every Ghanaian be fine. Every Ghanaian to enjoy that peace that we all have. And then person with integrity and accountability. Very, very important. And not forgetting that they need a person, you choose a person that can connect with Ghanaians.
Connect with Ghanaians.
Very important.
Or should we get connected?
Ability to relate Two, and also communicate effectively with diverse groups across the country. So the MPP, I know you prioritize someone who can unite the party, appeal to voters, address Ghana's pressing issues like the economic growth and also development. So that is the thing I think should be the priority areas that the MPP should be looking forward. Come tomorrow, choose a leader with that, what they call it, strong backgrounds. I mean, for me, he connects with us, he can vibe with all the groupings, have a vision of development for this country. It's something we need to look at. But there's a disturbing story coming from Osu Cemetery. I was trying to connect to talk to Ken Ashigwe because he said he's experienced that where criminals, some miscreants are digging graves, removing those remains, and then selling those places for other people to bury. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know if the assembly person is there to make sure that this thing is put to a stop. It's a disturbing story from the Osu Cemetery. I mean, it's a sad one. He sent me a lead on this matter, and I think it's something we need to look at as a nation. We need to look at it straightforward. We need to deal with it. It's a disturbing thing he sent to me. I was trying to get him connected via phone to talk with him, and he said, "Good morning, I need your help with this despicable thing happening at the Osu Cemetery." That was what he sent to me. And said the MC in charge of Osu Cemetery should be told to keep a close eye on the place. There are miscreants who dig up graves, throw out the remains, sell the space to unsuspecting family who have lost their loved ones.
That's a sad one.
Yeah, it's a very serious matter. And he said this is so unfair and un-Ghanaian. He needs to take up action and deal with these criminals. So if your loved ones at Osu Cemetery, please visit their graves. It is a painful and a terrible experience. I have experienced it myself. And that is why I was trying to get Ken Ashigbe to talk to us. We keep trying if we can get him on this matter. And also we'll be trying to see if we can get McCarthy also on the line to have this conversation with regards to the NPP primaries that is coming up from the journalistic perspective. What are the things the NPP will have to be looking at? Now, let's dive into certain areas of the conversation this morning. I know we'll be doing some more on the primaries today. We'll be looking at the NPP. Also, our reporters will be on the sideline. That will also bring us some reports from the ground today, being Friday, more of a freestyle kind of a thing. I always call it the Freaky Funky Friday. Freaky Funky Friday because there's a lot that has to come in. Now, if you look at one of the story that came in this morning, is the 2024 running mate Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, who has dismissed claims that the Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia abandoned the economic matters during the latter years of the Akufo-Addo administration. And NAPO explained that Dr. Bawumia was deeply involved in economic issues during the government's first 4 years. His shift towards digitization in the second term was deliberate strategy to support the economic through alternative means. You think that was a reason? Enough reason?
Why he
Now, according to NAPO, his first 4 years he was more involved with the economic issues, but the second year he decided to go on the digitization.
Well, I wish I would listen to the full tape to get the context, but I don't think, for me, like I said the other day, it was deliberate because the economy was not doing too well. I mean, not too well. The economy was not doing well at all. You know, we were down there, we were suffering, we were unable to pay our debts, you know, haircuts here and there, inflation was high, exchange rate suffering. So the economy was not doing well. So what will he be saying?
All right, what will he be saying? Let's cross over to join Ken Ashibe, who is a president for the Ghana Chamber of Mines, is on the line. Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing?
The morning could have been better. The experience I had yesterday at the Osu Cemetery really has been traumatic. But apart from that, God has been good to us.
Now, can you walk us through exactly what is really going on there?
So, yesterday I got a call from a gentleman about the fact that one of my grandmothers who is buried in Osu, the grave was being dug and being desecrated. So when I got there, fortunately for us, they had moved the gravestones. And you can see that the headstone had been put somewhere, the other portions have just been dumped somewhere. So you could see that these were people who were prepared to dig up the grave, whatever it is they find, and they will throw somewhere, and then they will sell off that piece of land to some prospective people who have also lost their loved ones who were going to bury them there. And it was such a traumatic experience, It's so unbelievable that something like this could be happening, not in a cemetery, some Atlantic place, but so the capital city of Ghana. So it was such a traumatic experience, and I went to see the people Sexton who takes care of the Osu Cemetery, and he was saying that these people, they come on Sunday when they are not at work, but that should not be happening. And I don't know whether the MC, who is responsible for Osu Cemetery, knows that this is some of the despicable things that are happening in there. Because before you bury anybody in Osu, you would have to go to they have the Osu Koleprote people. They have an office somewhere around the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. That is where you're going to pay the money. So there definitely should be some ways of protecting this. And the dangerous part of this, these people who are doing this exhumation, do they know the conditions under which the person died? Yeah. Do they know what diseases could be lurking in these beds? And when they just dump the remains they find somewhere. I remember having gone, but I'd never brought my mind to it, gone to Osu Cemetery, and some skulls lying somewhere. So it means this actually is the thing that they've been doing, and this is what is causing this. So the EPA, the health service people, are they aware of this that is happening? Are we exhuming and bringing some diseases that are down there that might be impacting on all of us who the living, who are around? And what order is around this? So it was really a very traumatic experience. And I'm hoping that, we would be able to bring this to the attention of the NCE if they don't know what's happening, so that some order could be brought to the situation.
Is there a way the communities and the families work together to protect the cemetery and ensure respectful treatment of the deceased?
Well, I think definitely it could be. So it's the issue about, one is also the fact that first thing that has to be done is some order that has been brought into the Osu Cemetery. It's some, so that if there's a protocol around how many years you bury, what has to be done, anything that should be done properly. And then definitely for those of us who are, are deceased buried there, it's also to make sure that, you on a regular basis, on anniversaries of death and all of that, maybe you go there so that the people are sure that you will be coming and you'll be looking outside so that they don't go into doing this. And then the third thing is that if you are going to Osu Cemetery now, wanting to bury in Osu Cemetery, you need to be wary, because most of the areas are taken. You need to be sure that they are not going to, it's not somebody whose grave has been assumed that is going to be given to you.
But is there a way that we can put measures around to make sure the authorities take improve security at the place?
Well, I definitely that's where leadership comes into play. So we'll be expecting that the MC and whoever is put there, bring some order and some sanity into the place. And don't make sure that people don't come in on the blind side of the sextons at the cemetery and be doing things like this. They need to also put a system in place to make sure that if anybody comes, and says that he's coming to pay for some land, we should be able to find out who is there. In today's age, there should be a digital map of the Osu Cemetery, where all the burial grounds and who has been buried there, all of that should be digitized. And so that when you come and you are going to be given a plot of land, they know exactly, when the Ghana Post GPS system that have been done, all of the plot of land can actually be pinpointed directly. So we should have a system in place that brings some order, and then, so that even that database itself, you can look at the database and know where everybody is.
I think my final question for you, I know you are pressed with time, it has to do with it. Isn't it about time for us to see the importance of our cemeteries and then put measures in place to safeguard it?
Could you repeat that again? You said?
I'm saying that isn't it about time for us as a nation to begin to look at our cemeteries, how we will safeguard it and make sure we keep those memories?
I think so. Even in the issues around death, the fact that some of these places would have yesterday, if you go to Osu Cemetery, you have the likes of Kojobo Tio and things, that their graves are all there. These all could be heritage sites that people could be going into. So we need to now have a different look about how we're managing our cemeteries. You go into somewhere around the eastern region, you go to some of the Presby cemeteries, the order that is in there, they have numbered all the graves. We need to learn from some of those. You go to Gethsemane, you go to Lashibi Funeral Home, there's a new funeral home somewhere around the Green area, there's another one around the Winneba area, where there's some order. Our local authorities can also take a lead from that. They might not have to be charging the 100,000 that people are charging, but they can take something not too much and create jobs, and then be able to then have, some level of order in some of the cemeteries you have. Not the chaos we're seeing in also the cemetery. If you go there right now, also cemetery used to be a very orderly place, but now it's very, very chaotic.
What do you think might have informed this chaos situations in the cemetery?
Oh, well, I think it's just a demand in the past that everybody wanted, to be buried in Osu, and I'm not too sure our MPs have really brought their minds to what it is that happens there, what it is, so that some of the people who are even doing some of these things, who are first, who are doing all of these things that are happening there. So it is just about also focusing on it and looking that there is some issues that need to be solved. There are other opportunities that are there to be able to, we'll talk about that, no jobs and all of that. There could be some jobs that could be created in there, and these could be avenues for, heritage, sites that people could, visit and all of that. And so I think we need to pay attention to it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ken Ashigbe, for speaking to us. So I've been speaking to the Chief Servant of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Ken Ashigbe, throwing light on the happenings at the Osu Cemetery. And this is really, we don't have respect for the dead now.
Yeah, no respect for the dead. I heard this one that, people dig and then, like you were saying, throw the remains somewhere and then they will sell that piece of land to someone. That's why he was saying that if you lost your beloved, and you are looking for a place to bury them, make sure that the place that is being given to you was not previously occupied by someone else. We all of us must be circumspect in some of these things. And he was mentioning the health risk.
Yeah, the health risk, because you don't know what sent the person to their grave. What
sent the person to their grave and all of that, the disease they were buried with. You just go there and dig and then you throw the remains somewhere. It poses risk to all of us, So the assembly must be interested in the story, saying that the guards say they don't work on Sundays. If that is the reason, we have others to work on Sunday. Anything we can do to reinforce the security of the cemetery, so that families will be assured that their bodies are safe.
Their bodies are safe. So Ghana is facing a lot of challenges when it comes to cemetery management, particularly the Osu Cemetery. We know the Osu Cemetery in Accra, which is almost full, and also experiences issues that we just have a discussion on, graves being assumed, people selling the land. I mean, there's so many things going on at Osu. I believe that this issue, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly and all the other assembly, the Krowo constituency we found ourselves, the Ledger Kuku, Krowo, whichever. I mean, the Korle Klottey Municipal Assemblies should all take steps, improving security measures and also including installing lights and increasing patrols, constituting the traditional authorities and also stakeholders to find solution for space constraint in those areas that are full and also experiencing either to open up. Because this can also become, when we really, sometimes you watch this cemeteries in the Western world and you see well decorated places that people become like a tourist attraction for even people to walk in there. I mean, we should consider alternatives like the cremations as well to save land. We could go into that, acquiring some few land for burial, and then we can do those cremation where the bodies are burnt and stuff like that. We can look at all those as well.
Other people want
the
I
think we
bodies
should,
of their beloved burnt is another.
And I think another thing we need to do is to raise awareness. I mean, about the respecting the cemeteries and also the consequences of exhuming the bodies. I mean, like I said, we don't know what killed who, and then we just throw in things like that. For me, it's neither here and there. The Ghana Environmental Awareness Association has also urged the AMA to improve the management and security of OSU. I charged on that story. I don't know what the AMA is also doing about this, but I think OSU has been, first it used to be the cemetery when you go into the STC yard.
Okay.
There's a cemetery just opposite the STC in Circle. It also had issues of that nature before. Now the focus has shifted to OSU, Tema. I remember Newtown. They have to clear the whole place. I mean, it's becoming some way.
People are doing so many things.
Yeah, just because they want money. We don't care the consequences. All we want is the l'argent. Well, you can share your thoughts with us. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. Also, be going to the street. We'll be talking to our team of reporters. We're looking at the building by the rail lines, how dangerous it is. If you watch the videos that they sent yesterday, you see that the train on the old rail is good. People is within the shortest possible time. You live wherever you are in Sawam to Accra, like an hour. You are in Accra to do your business. You close, you get it. There's no traffic with it. Yeah. Why are we not improving our rails? Why are we not improving our transport system? It's one of the things we've not looked at, where modernization with rails, look at it, Pakadan from Tema to those places. Nice rails, but I think we can improve the rail here. If we go there, even the debris within the challenge part. Yeah. People can even squat there and ease themselves. I mean, it's sad.
I mean, we've allowed some of these things. It's quite difficult to say.
I don't know what is wrong with us.
Settle along the
rail
those
lines, very close.
Have no places of convenience.
They bath around the same places.
They bath around the same places and that kind of thing. That's why we are experiencing all of this. But like you said, I thought, during the previous administration, Joe Garter was doing some great stuff at the Ministry of Railways. But after his exit, I haven't seen much work being done here. I've seen that they built some few new railway lines, but not much have been done. I mean, if we are able to develop the rail system, most people wouldn't have to live in Accra and be paying high rent, cost of living very high. But they can live in Eastern region, live in Central region, and still work in the capital. They wouldn't be late for work. They wouldn't be stressed out in traffic and all of that. But we've not given attention to railways, So probably that is something that the government of high expectations when Akufo-Addo came.
Yeah, with a rating,
because he carved a whole ministry for that. He carved the whole ministry for rail. It used to be part of the transport ministry, so we had the Ministry of Transport, and apart from roads that were separated, airways, railways, they were all part of the transport ministry. But when Akufo-Addo came, he separated the railway ministry, and even airways, So aviation. So we had an aviation ministry, we have Ministry of Railways. So I thought that, just by separating that ministry, a lot of investment will be done, a lot of attention will be given to railway development. But like you said, we ended up having scandals, which we have not finished talking about. So I hope that this new administration, let's not just focus on road travel, transport. We can do much with rail.
We need to improve our rails.
Yeah.
We need to improve our aviation.
Yeah.
Get a lot of domestic airlines. There's a beautiful airport in Hull.
Yeah.
It's underutilized.
Yeah.
We're looking. So if every regional capital, if for nothing, every regional capital should have some small mini airspace for aviation travels.
Yeah.
You can get cargoes from the hinterlands to those places, export them to areas that needs it with a cargo flight. It will do us a lot of good, because if the roads are not helping us, why don't we try the air? And try the rails?
Maybe air is too expensive for some of us.
That is why you see, when you domesticate it, I've done aviation stuff. When you domesticate it, the prices will come down. But when it becomes a monopoly, there's two. First we have a lot of domestic airlines. We have the Amtrak is in there. You have the 540 in there. You have the Air Shuttle in there. You have Starbow. You have many. The prices went down. The competition was big. Okay? Whereas you can do, even people can decide to do Accra to Tamale for through a promo like 99 Ghana cedis.
Really?
Oh, yes. We got to that level. But once all this, we couldn't create, we didn't allow the environment to keep the domestic. That's why I say that I don't understand why we start a business, it comes, it goes, it dies off. Government should start looking at guarantee. Okay? So they can get more you can attract the investment into it.
The question is,
and all this airlines have all fizzled out. We had even some foreign airlines that came, like 540, but the foreign based, a British Ghanaian holding, they died. Now it's left with only two: AWA and Passion Air. Passion Air was metamorphosed from Starbow, from Air Shuttle, Starbow, and then it's a Passion. Okay. Now those two airlines domestically are doing very well. Aviation fuel, we know, is expensive, and the taxes even at the airports are expensive, so it affects the operation.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing from here to Tamale, and you're paying almost 2K for late bed, early bed you get is about 1,500.
Okay.
That's the early bed. You don't get anything beyond that.
But you are sure that
you get it in time.
In time.
No, I mean
business.
The stress. Oh, you
No
can
stress.
go in there within 45 minutes. You arrive, you do all your stuff,
And come
you
back.
come back again. But people still patronize it. It's always full. It's always booked.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we enter more, then we have the ones, the oil companies have their flights, private jets that goes to the western region, the Takoradi, the Sunyani. So we have the Sunyani airport, the airstrip in Takoradi because of the military base there. If we are able to fashion out something around our aviation, have our domestic airlines, the prices come down. A lot of people will do the travel by air. We bring in the ray, the speed, the electronic one, the electric ones as well. That works on the magnetics. We should move away from this old coach. This old coach has a head that is a bit spoiled, that he has to use the other tail to join when it gets to certain part. You have to remove the coach and then it picks it from the other end. When it's coming, the same thing happens. And then the head here will go. We have no alternative for the rail to turn through it. So it become one way of a shuttle. So for me, we haven't really studied the transport system in our country. And the country keep growing, and there's no thinking of expanding our roads. You see us doing a new road, and it's very narrow.
Very narrow.
And I keep asking myself, so what happens at the trenches?
Yeah.
Why don't you do a dual and think of the next 10, 15, 20 years?
It all comes back down to cost,
No,
But
so
with
it will
regards
come to
the-
cost. Now look at the bridge that during Nkrumah's time was done over the Bupe Yape to get in the northern region. Okay, it has outweighs its usefulness. At a point they have to close it. People have to use the ferry, the Pantu through the Yeji to come through to Kumasi, but the other half is blocked. The S1 administration, whilst living in the office, contracted, so there's some bridge, a new one that's been created now at the other side of it, but they are doing like 3. They are doing the Bupe Yape and then Daboya, adding another one to it, making the 3. I hope that this administration will see through it that thing is completed, and we can do away with the old one, because it's a death trap. We have an issue with maintenance as a country. We have issues with implementation as a country. We have issue with enforcement as a country.
Yeah.
So all this thing is eating us up.
Yeah.
And we don't care. Once something is working, we don't care to see how do we maintain it and also push the standard to another level and hold it. And that has been our problem. Looking at these cemetery issues, looking at these ray issues. Look at the ray. If you go behind us and you walk on the ray, if you don't take time, you go. The debris and the things we have created in between the rails.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. And I think it's something we need to, lack of private involvement too is also another thing. I think we should be able to get to a level where we can attract the private sector into our transport system, the rail. Find the buses they are doing well with the good coaches from the buses. We have different kinds of private people in the transport system.
Yeah.
But what about the rail?
What
We don't
about
have
the
any
rail?
private person coming into it. So how do we attract a private person to come into the rail industry?
Yeah.
That is one key thing we've not thought of as a nation. What are the things we need to do to attract them in there so that we can get expansion? Because this rail line needs to be workable.
Yeah.
And it has to be changed. A new one needs to be built. No wonder we build rail lines and people go and dig under it and looking for gold. That brings us to 9 a.m. We go for a break. When we return, more conversation coming up. Stay with us. All right, welcome back from the quick break, and we're still live on the Morning Focus, coming to you live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate. It's now time for us to go into other matters. We'll pick your views from a few text messages that has come in. We'll be reading the text messages. We'll go to the phone lines. We'll have the conversation as well. Like I said, I'm not here alone. I'm here together with Bernard Duju. Now, let's move straight to the lines and speak to Collins McCarthy. Good mornings. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My brother, how are you doing?
By His grace, I'm well. I hope you are fine too.
I can't complain, Charles. Once we are alive, we want to say thank you to Almighty God.
Thank you too.
Right, so it's good to have you talking. We're looking at the road to the 2028 election. I mean, what's your take? I mean, we're looking at what is going to happen. The MPP is going for election, God willing, tomorrow. And the road to 2028, we want to analyze the contenders, their challenges in MPP presidential primaries. I mean, the significance of the January 31st, 2026 primaries in shaping MPP's future. Most people have complained about the approach as to how MPP decides to go the top-bottom. Others believe in it, others do not believe it. From the journalistic perspective, as an editor of the Hawk newspaper, what do you make of this race come tomorrow?
Thank you very much, my brother, and good morning to your cherished viewers and listeners as well. This is multifaceted. You're framing the base of the question, but I'll try and meander through and touch almost every aspect of your question. Yes, the New Patriotic Party is scheduled to go to the polls tomorrow to decide who leads the party into the 2028 election. This is after an excruciating defeat in 2024. Any reasonable person would have thought that the party will do what they call reorganization after a thorough introspection. Unfortunately, the party decided that they will not go that way. Instead, they commissioned a committee to go do a fact-finding. After the fact-finding, they decided to shelve the report, leak it to a few people, and decide that, look, let's rush to an early Congress, which is contrary to the position of the party's constitution. The New Patriotic Party constitution has in it that before there will be a national delegate congress like they are going to have tomorrow, there should have been a constituency one, there should have been a regional one, then the national, then the climax, or the top, the last, will be that of the flag bearership. Unfortunately for the New Patriotic Party, they decided to circumvent the processes laid down in their party constitution and say, let's go and let the flag bearers and anchor and elect the people below. Who, in this rightful sense, would want to erect a superstructure and decide that I'm going to start from the roofing before I come down to the foundation? That structure cannot possibly stand. And that is the first challenge the MPP is confronted with. So they don't even know why they lost the election 2024 before thinking of how to redeem themselves for the Ghanaian people to buy in election 2028. This is the point. MPP campaigned in 2016 against John Mahama. They called him the incompetent Mahama. when Mama was leaving the economy as a incompetent one, he left the cedi at 3.8 cedis per dollar. When the competent one took over, the cedi moved from 3.8 per dollar to $17 per cedi, 17 cedis per dollar. When the Mama was leaving, a gallon of petrol made up for 4.5 liters was selling around 14 cedis. The competent one came, and a liter of gallon became expensive than a gallon under John Dramani Mahama. We've heard all the economic theorists blaming Russia-Ukraine war on whatever happened to us, blaming COVID-19 for whatever difficulties we faced. My brother, today, under NDC, Russia-Ukraine war has escalated. There has been Venezuela on one side. There is Iran and Israel at the other side. Yet, petrol prices keep going down. The cedi appreciated against the dollar by 41% in 30 years. Just this January, we have a little depreciation around 4%. Even that, the governor of Bank of Ghana has assured the people of Ghana that it is just a temporary measure. It will normalize. If you look at our living today, compared to what happened under Akufo-Addo or MPP, it will be very difficult for any person to say 2028 is a done deal. Unless something miraculous happens to this country and its economy, nothing can change. Now, when you take the MPP as a party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia himself has been claiming on his campaign tour that it is due to a desire, like greed, self-seeking, parochial interest of our politics that created the issue they have. The question is that have they resolved that? Bawumia is still moving about with the same people that created the problem that led to the NPP's defeat in 2024. The finance people are around him. The Minister of Defense, who said Akufo-Addo needed an aeroplane that had a shower and water to be able to bath in the air, is still around. Abu Jinapo, who planted trees that we could never count them, we have never counted them, is still around. Almost everybody that made the process, is still around Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. When you go on a campaign page and accept and confirm that, look, things have not been done well. What is the promise? How are you changing it? Kennedy Ohinye Dapo's case is also there. He is preaching and saying that they have to change the whole system. There is Brian Champon who says that I am the unifier and we need unity. There's Kwame Japon on the side. There's Dr. Yawaditu at the other end. So the delegates have a choice to make tomorrow. They have taught, they've sold their messages, they've sold themselves to the delegates. But I can tell you that from now to tomorrow morning, winners will be decided. It is not clear who is winning. It is what people will do from this moment up to the last vote is casted tomorrow, that will determine the winner. It is how much people are going to pay delegates that will inform the outcome of the election. If not, with all the tools, what do you call him? Mr. Tangwa and his info analytics are projecting. APL is projecting. Some academics are projected. Pastors have done their permutations and projections. Some have put their credibility online. My brother, I can tell you in confidence from where I stand that it is the skirmishes that people will do from this moment up to tomorrow, the last vote. You will not be able to tell who is winning.
Not being able
of course, it is a two-horse fight between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Kennedy Japan. But as to who wins can only be determined by activities of today and tomorrow. How much people will give to delegates. That is very important. Delegates don't no longer consider message. And if you listen to Musa Dankwa's report, where he said majority of LDP delegates are JSS owned certificate holders. So the ability to analyze policies, to analyze issues is out on the table. It's about who can feed us. And that's why I'm saying that those who will be able to pay and pay well from today up to the last vote is casted tomorrow will be those deciding who wins. Yeah. For us as media people, we can only wish them well and pray that they do things right and give the NDC the kind of position that they needed. And not this kind of position Abeno Makin and his colleagues are giving the NDC in Parliament. You know, however, if I tell you as a media man, if you take the budget they presented, the NDC presented, then you can know that the NDP has a useless minority in Parliament. They've not done any analysis of the budget. They've not reviewed anything. So it's just a matter of let's approve it, let's make noise, let's do this and go. Meanwhile, there are issues with the budget. It shouldn't take me to come and say it. It is the role of the minority in politics to give constructive criticism. It is their role to set a check and balance on government. It is their role to give us alternative policies. But what do we get to do? You get up and you are criticizing good board, you are bastardizing good board, a policy that is working. Who is attacking it? What is the alternative? Now, you can't give us alternative. What should good board do and do it right? Because the policy has worked in our interest as a country. We are always supposed to make it better. If you are a minority, your work is to provide check and balance and give consulting to the they give alternative. They've not been able to do it. Apart from loose talk. So you ask yourself, is the minority MPP or is the MPP positioning itself as a credible party for the Ghanaian people to accept? Obviously, no. Because they keep on engaging in performatives. What people want to say PR things. They keep on doing things for the camera, gaslighting their supporters as if they are doing something. But in actual sense, they do nothing. That is why John Mahmoud's credibility and popularity kept soaring after 1 year in office. It tells you the minority opposition is weak. The opposition is not doing nothing. That is why a government will come one whole year and it is scandal-free. The truth is that, is it really the case that it is scandal-free? No, it is not scandal-free, but because the opposition is not looking out for standards, and because the opposition somehow is complicit. So this that will omit this government, they are not raising it because they have hands in them. And so this government keeps getting the flower from the people. They keep getting the praises. And eventually people are even calling on the president to try a third term. Because it is development that they want, and they think that he is on the right path. What it means is that whoever the mama blesses, the Ghanaian people want to look the way of that person. Because he has proven in this 1 year that he is a man to trust. He has kept his word. He said, when I come, I will cancel the COVID levy. I will cancel the e-levy. I will do this, I will do that, I will do, and he doing that. What will the NDP do different to be able to convince Ghanaians? Is it about President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the economic wizard, who moved from economy talk to do digital communication? Or is it about Bailey Kennedy or Japan, who says that he is a job creator and that making him a president will mean jobs for the youth? Is it going to be blind? The NPP needs to do something extraordinary to be able to catch the attention of the Ghanaian people. In fact, they must do something that will convince the membership of the New Patriotic Party first before they can think of convincing Ghanaians. 2028 is too close for NPP to dream of winning back political power. 2028 is too close. People have not forgotten the wicked policies of Ken Ogoyata and his economic management team, chaired by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The DDP and many others. This is what we are talking about. Yes. So like I said earlier, we can only wish them well. But tomorrow they will elect a candidate that will redefine the course of the New Patriotic Party. Because the party from where I sit has lost its moral fiber. It has lost it completely. The NPP no longer engage in constructive debate. It's about who can insult. The NPP now engages in betrayals. No! This was not the party some of us knew. Though we are not that old, literature have shown us that the Daroches, the Alajetis, those era, the Jekota committee, the mental when they were speaking, when they are debating, you will know that men of substance, men of something and caliber are talking. But today, if you take a political party like NPP and you look at their director of communications, then you find out is it the best food they can put forward. Everybody is supposed to be putting their best foot forward. Is this the best food to be put forward by the New Patriotic Party? If you look at the crop of people in Parliament on the side of the NPP, with a limited number of 88, 87, 86, then you ask yourself, Is this the right time to make Akpenyomaki the minority leader? You see, so the party is getting things wrong, several things wrong. The communication strategy of the New Patriotic Party is failing. Because if you study political communication, you will know that in this era, in this time, in this moment, this is not what to say. This is not how to go about it. Because every good political communications person would want to gauge the atmosphere, the temperature of the room. You gauge the moods of the room before you speak. Ghanaians appear happy with the system. If you are any serious political communicator against government, what you need to do is you first identify yourself with the good things of the government. Then you end up by pointing out areas you think they can improve on. When you do that, you give a sense of a nationalistic thing, and other than a partisan
position, right?
So 1 year of NDC government, and this is a free consultancy. The NDC could have then come out, organize a press conference and say, yes, NDC took over Ghana. The dollar was at this stage, this was at this stage, this was at this stage. They have done well. But we think that they can do better here, they can improve here, they can do this, they can do here. But any attempt to rubbish what people are celebrating, it makes it look stupid before the ordinary Ghanaian.
You know, but
that is the sickness the New Patriotic Party is having.
Yeah.
Until they are able to kill themselves from that sickness, that will begin to speak truth to power. Sing the song of the people, identify ourselves with the Ghanaian people, then we know we are on course. Because today, if you go to the first station, if you go to the first pump, we don't buy petrol with MPP card or NDC card.
Sure.
So if you are buying a liter of fuel for 15, 16, 17 cities, and today you are buying the same liter at 10 cities, 11 cities, why would you say government has not done well? There must be a wage. Is that not it? If we were doing mobile money, Momo, and we were paying e-levy, and today government are taking off the e-levy, are you not supposed to admit and acknowledge that it has been done? That has not changed your status as an opposition party. It only makes you credible and acceptable.
Yeah. Very important.
It only makes you look reasonable a politician. Rather than always shouting this and that, just want to behave like an opposition. No. There's no opposition life. We are building a country. It is a democracy. It cannot be the case that when NPP came, everything they didn't do something right. They did something right. At least the field that we all commended them, even though the implementation was problematic. Because that is what we are saying. So, my brother, yes, these are preparations, these are events that will herald the 2028 general election. The NDC have activated or have laid down processes and stages of what they will do for their internal elections. The NPP is on. So now the NPP is on fire. Very soon the NDC will be on fire. And I don't think that place is cool. It is not cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Nowhere is cool. Everywhere they are very coming from. Like, there's nowhere that is cool. Everywhere will be boiling. For now, it is the NPP that is on the cooking fire. That is why we appear to be talking about them. Tomorrow, when the NDC event starts, we shall gather like this and discuss them thoroughly.
Yeah.
And put things where we are supposed to put them. Yes. So, like I said, it is too close call for me. Even though many are shouting Dr. Bawumia, but if you go to that, the people who don't have the voice to shout appear to have a choice. They get it.
Yeah, I get it.
The people who don't make the headlines, they appear to have a choice. And that choice appears to be different from what those who have voices to make headlines are saying. And that's why I say we can only wait till the last vote is casted. However, it is limited between two people, Dr. Bawumia and Kennedy Oyedepo.
Limited between the two people, but definitely this election also comes with some kind of a potential risk. And in respect of the risk, there are also opportunities for the MPP in the primaries. What do you make of that?
Yes, the opportunity is that delegates will benefit tomorrow. Mm-hmm. They will make a few thousands of Ghanaian cedis. They will be taking home because 5 people, assuming each of them gives them 200. It will know 2 may not be able to give anything. 3 of the candidates will give money. I know somebody has budgeted 1,000 cedis per delegate. I know another camp has budgeted 500 cedis per delegate. And I know those who will be giving 200. So yes, some money will fly tomorrow. There will be other gift boxes that will go. So that will be beneficial to the delegates. For the aspirants, they are going to raise paying huge sums tomorrow, millions of Ghanaians. Yes.
But with that. Mm-hmm.
And now we'll go into the drain because if you pay millions and you fail, you are failed.
Well, definitely. Yeah.
But there will be some the opportunities there will be new discovery. For instance, Brian Acheampong has discovered his potential. Before he became a flag bearer aspirant, he used to be a loose talker. He was talking with our borders. But today, you can all attest to the fact that Brian has refined in his communication. He speaks with data. He's very mindful, very respectful. And I think, yes, he's positioning himself for the future. Even not for tomorrow's election, Brian obviously will become a force to reckon with in future NPP flag elections.
Yeah.
That one, yes. Coming upon, it's not the first time I have tried first. This time, it's not going well. Maybe every 2. Yes. So this one, they are only using this process to brighten their future political career. And so, yes, for them, it is good for them. But those who are going to suffer more, when the defeat comes tomorrow, as to whether some will take it lying low or not is another matter. Because Kennedy has consistently indicated that he will not accept anything if he is cheated. If the processes are not fair, if the processes are not free, devoid of manipulation, it won't work. I recall he appeared on a sister television station when he was asked, will you campaign for Dr. Bawumia when you lose? He said they should wait until they get there. They get it?
Sure.
Yes, which means that he may not. And those are the risks. Because in the 2023 flag bearership rate in the MPP, Kennedy got about 37%. Okay, yeah. So we don't know. Assuming he's going to maintain the 37% of the total delegate. If he decides to say that I'm not campaigning, I'm not voting, stay home, you can imagine if the 37%, if all of them don't even adhere to what he tells them, and the percentage decided to do it, the NPP will suffer. That was why it was important for them to have brokered peace, to have worked towards reconciling the party, other than making things look the way it is looking. Because peace is not a commodity you can buy.
Sure.
Unity is not sold on the market. You take deliberate steps to ensure unity and cohesion. You must take steps, deliberate, conscious ones. But NPP has not done that. Look, let me tell you something. Alan Martin left NPP after they visited Manchia. Manchia couldn't even resolve Alan Martin and NPP matter, so Alan had to break away and go. Then you have issue and you are going to Alisa Hotel to go and sign a peace pact. What would that do? That was for the television cameras. You are not being realistic to yourself. Even under that event, that Alisa, Alisa, whatever you want to call it, did that Bawumia didn't take Kennedy.
Yeah.
When they were going to sign peace pact, Bawumia avoided Kennedy. Was that supposed to be good? It is because they did not do their own work well. That's why that thing happened. So yes, the risk is high. The risk is high. Many people will stay off the party after tomorrow if it does not go their way. Some of them would want to go and align with the UP class or UP whatever party. Yeah. So yes, it is 50-50 for them tomorrow.
It is 50-50 for them tomorrow. Let me pick my final conversation with you. I know you are pressed with time. How might the outcome also impact the party's unity and momentum heading into the 2028?
No, I didn't get that.
Now, I'm asking that, how might the outcome impact, the tomorrow's outcome, how would this impact their 2028 momentum and unity of the party?
You see, like I said, unity ought to be engineered. It ought to be deliberate. So, let us see, for the purposes of this discussion, that Bawumia wins tomorrow. He, the winner, must take steps to get the Kennedy side, Kennedy and other colleagues on board. You can only do this by giving them significant roles to play. When they realize there are people are on board, the supporters will follow. But when you neglect them, they will not mind you. That is one. So the jubilation must be measured. It must be done in magnanimity. Because after election, there must be cooperation. Do you get it?
Yeah.
The losers must also know that it is contest. Definitely, it is only one person that can win. And so, if anyone wins tomorrow, they should be prepared to throw their support behind the person. But what I have observed over the period is that it's a matter of winner takes all. When you win, you decide who becomes what, who becomes what. Sometimes those who contested with you may not even get anything at all. I won't go too far. Adaimo contested with Akufo-Addo, he placed third. When Akufo-Addo came and was sharing positions, he ignored him. He gave me any other person, but by that point he didn't give me. Yeah. So parties are supposed to be deliberate. So for me, I'll tell you, my brother, if you ask me, I'll tell you sincerely. Ghana, we have election winning machines. We don't have political parties.
Okay, election.
If you want political parties, you can talk about ANC in South Africa. That is a political party. They make president and will make presidents. Presidents don't offer, but don't determine what the party does. But here, when they elect you flag bearer, you become the owner of the political party. You do whatever you want to do with it. These are not political parties. Because it is political parties that sell candidates. Candidates don't sell political parties. But here, opposite is what we have. Yes. So if you ask me, that is my view.
Well, I have my colleague here, my co-host, Bernard, say has a question for you.
Yes. Mr. McCarthy, thank you very much for your time. Let's start from Parliament. You indicated that if you consider the budget that the Finance Minister presented and the fact that the NPP has not done well, you use a very strong words to say that, I mean, the NPP is almost like a useless minority. But I remember the Honorable Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, did some great work, punching some holes in the budget, questioning the GDP growth and the sustainability of the exchange rate. Do you think, would you admit that they've done a bit of work around the budget? That is the first one. Secondly, do you think that the Honorable Afenyo-Markin is not, in your view, is not the best minority at a time like this? Are you of the view that he holds two extreme positions? If you consider the press conference they held recently, almost questioning everything the government did, not acknowledging the positives. Do you think that probably they should have gone for someone who would have appealed to both sides and not take very extreme positions like the Honorable Afenyo-Markin is doing? Speak to this one first.
Okay, Bernard, thank you for your question. You want to push me to expose Parliament as a house. That's why you are bringing the Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah bit. But if you realize, I wasn't talking about the debate. I'm talking about the whole document. I can tell you there are errors in the fact that it's presented. If you take the book, there are errors in them. The facts presented are errors. Glaring errors in the budget. It has to be the minority's work. There are agencies that didn't exist. Under this current dispensation, we know we have some agencies that do not exist. But they have budgets for them. What is the work of the minority? Do you get it?
I get it.
That's what I'm talking about. For example, you take the railway. Do we still have railway
ministry? No.
Ministry?
No.
Do you have any? No. So why you go into the budget and there is a budget for them? What are these?
You mean budget for railway ministry or for railway development? Bernard. Mr. McCarthy, talk to you.
Don't let me flip my papers. But I just want to give you the impression that I'm telling you how it looks like. If you take the report, the figures, there are inaccuracies in the budget. But they kept quiet because they will not read. They are lazy. And for your second question, whether I think, candidly speaking, from your point of view, Bernard, a political party with this minimal minority, a minority that touts itself as only mighty minority. Do you sincerely think this is a poster the minority should have? Because the current numbers they have cannot even force the speaker to call a meeting. Do you know that?
Yeah.
They don't form 1/3.
Yeah.
So you cannot call a meeting on your own if all NPP MPs come and sign it, write their names and sign. It cannot fall the speaker to call the meeting. So if you are deficient in number, you would want to play along, so that at least you can get some overtures. It is not everything that you want to show your man, because you do not have the number. You cannot reject anything. The NPDC doesn't need you, the parliamentary structure. They don't need you to approve anything. Because they have the numbers to do it. So what you need to do at this time is to carry the people of Ghana along. Those who belong to NPP will forever remain NPP members. Whether good or bad, they will support you. The NPP will support the NDC. But those who decide who becomes the president, those who decide who wins the vote, are those in the middle lane. We call them the swingers. Others say they are floating voters. These are people who have something doing, who can read and understand. The middle class. They don't like these entrenched reasoning, non-bending, non-conforming attitude. No. They believe in superior reasoning, superior argument. So you need somebody who has that ability to do. Let me tell you, this person become a minority leader. He was a fine gentleman, in my opinion, when it comes to the understanding of the law. How he argues in parliament when it comes to law and matters. Yes, I like it. But his leadership style is questionable.
Mr. McCarthy, don't you think that probably it could be pressure from the party, for the minority to be seen, to be heard? Don't you think that, he's a young man trying to juggle, his personal opinion, pressure from the party, and, how to approach the majority and then the government? Don't you think he's facing some dilemma?
And that is why he has not succeeded clearly anytime he has to watch them in parliament. When he stands up and argue, he will he will whine around. But it usually takes majority leader, Mama Yanga, 2 minutes to dismantle his argument. Because you don't do brainstorming.
Mr. McCarthy,
if you're a leader, you brainstorm with your colleagues.
Yeah.
You gather ideas and you go out there and present it. Nobody will say, I told you to go and say this. It has not been done.
Yeah.
They say 2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah.
So when Mama Yaga is speaking, you hear people in his colleagues whispering to him. You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's what leadership does. Now, Federal is, let me say, for the one of the better way, do knowing, overconfident. And that is why the party, the minority, appears non-attractive.
Mr. McCarthy, so thank you. Because of time, let me ask my last question. You rightly indicated that the NPP will have a difficult time in election 2028, and you also indicated that it is mostly a 2-horse race. But between Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, which of the two do you think that will give the NDC a run for their money in 2028? Who do you think Ghanaians would want to vote for? I mean, like the floating voters, not the core NPP voters. The floating voters who decide the king.
You see, Kennedy, as a person, has his own baggage. If you go into his archives, the kind of things he has said on radio and the things he has done, yes, it may not sound good to you. But we have this camp poster, camp dinner, and what have you. But Bawumia's headache that he was sold as an economic messiah the public lectures he did on economy, and when eventually the NDP won and he shared the economic management thing, where he took the economy from and where he left it, that cannot be swept away just in 4 years. It can't. You see, if you measure the Ghanaian people, they are coming to accept that we need a radical. We need somebody who can do the unthinkable. That is why most Ghanaians tend to like Donald Trump, not because he's a father, but because they being radical. And Kennedy is showing that sign, or he has shown that sign. You see, when Adjoa Safo, a baby mama of Kennedy Japan, go to stand on Bamia's campaign platform and say, I have 2 kids with Kennedy Japan. I do not hate him, but Kennedy will not give me appointment when he becomes president because I have children with him. He will not pay attention to my competences. He won't do it because he won't let Ghanaians say he has given position to his baby mama.
That's like a campaign for Kennedy.
But that was what he said, and for that matter, she is going to support Bawumia. Control upon Kuma made a similar campaign. So I think that people are fighting for their interest, not the interest of the party. Because they themselves know that there are things Kennedy will not tolerate, there are things Kennedy will not accept, but they are running away from it. That is the point. And so Kennedy, yes, although he is not a smooth talker, although he is temperamental, people believe that when Kennedy is the president, some of the things that are happening will not happen. They are not saying he's a mentor, no. But I think that they need someone to sanitize the system. You remember what brought about J.J. Rollins?
Yeah.
When they say let the blood flow. We were not born there when we were kids there. But we read this. People were supporting that thing they did. It's the same thing that is why Kennedy is surviving. It's the reason why Kennedy Japan is surviving. Because of the people think that Kennedy has that mentality to change our system, to make people, hold people accountable. That is why Kennedy is flourishing. If not, Kennedy's candidature would have died that long ago.
So you are indirectly saying that.
What did they not say about him? What did they not say about Kennedy? That he insults women, Ahmed Wali, and what have you. They said all he got 7%. It tells you that Kennedy, people are enjoying what he's doing. They think that is where the way to go. Because they are trying after month, they were trying to fall. They thought that Kufuor was a radical. He came and delivered the West within era. Mama, people see him like calm and what have you. So they need somebody who is that hot-headed person. And they think they are finding that in Kennedy or in Japan. So for me, but I don't think more than people campaigning for Kennedy.
Well, some argue that they are campaigning for him because they think that he is the weakest, or the weakest compared to...
No. They are doing that to anger the NDP people to say, we'll try NDP before they deliver. So if you watch, you will see the other side circulating videos claiming the NDC is supporting Kennedy. The NDC are giving Kennedy right and what have you to go and share. They get it. This is what they are doing. But in actual sense, the NDC feels that Kennedy will be a trouble for them. A change in candidate will be trouble for the NDC. It will not be easy. It will not be as easy as maintaining a candidate. Yes. No, what about Bawumia has changed? Tell me.
Yeah.
I mean,
is there anything about Bawumia that has changed for the election 2028?
I mean, the fact that he's not going to be a driver's mate anymore, but he'll be steering the wheel himself, and all.
He was a steer holder for the election 2024. In election 2024, he wasn't a driver's mate. He was a flag bearer. His face appeared on the ballot paper, not that of Akufo-Addo.
But the change, another change will be that he's no longer going to run.
Said that he delivered digitalization.
Yes, but he's no longer going to run with someone who has been president. I mean, he'll be running with someone who is new, which will then give him the leverage because he has been in government.
Even 2024, Bawumia didn't run with anybody who was the president. Bawumia ran with Napo. Who forced Bawumia to choose Napo?
No, I'm talking about the other candidates. I mean, he contested with against John Mahama, who was the president at the time. So probably this time going into 2028, that the NDC is likely to bring someone new. He may have the upper hand over that person.
John Mahama was the former president that contested 2024. He was not the president. Yes. So, but yeah, that is so the NDC is also changing the candidate. There's a possibility, we don't know. We are here for 10, we don't know how that will go. Either way, the NDC would, whether they change candidate or maintain candidate. I am saying that what would have changed in the case of Bawumia, assuming the NDC brings a saving Kedia. What are you going to say about it? Assessing Keita will run on the achievement of this administration. The achievement of LPP will be that of the Akufo-Addo. You cannot skip that and go and take the Akufo administration.
Yeah.
And the Akufo-Addo administration, Bawumia, you were the driver's mate. You said you were the luckiest vice president ever. You've been given the opportunity to work through a force.
Yeah.
Akufo-Addo had told Daniel that he brought you from Bank of Ghana to come and help me build the economy. In the first 100 days, he was told the dollar was locked up and they keep giving for K2. And then IDP.
Yeah.
What has happened? These questions will come. It will not run out. It will not vanish just within first 4 years. Don't forget, Mahama lost as president when had hope for 8 years. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Before his return. So it will not be easy like that. That he will just turn around, come back and go. No. It will be like that. So there will be problem. I mean, I don't see NDP winning 2028 election. That's one. That idea they should stop fantasizing with it.
All right.
It might be after 2028.
Okay. If anything, it must go beyond 2028. Thank you so much, Charles. But Charles, finally, I know you're busy. Would like to have you tomorrow to have a conversation with you in the early mornings during the voting time. But just before you go, you didn't mention about the weakling link in Parliament. When it comes to Alexander Afenyo-Markin, we've not seen the Chimensa Bonsu kind of a style where those dialogue goes between the minority and the majority, whatever position he is, whether he's the minority leader or the majority leader, he has been able to play that role very well. And you could see that vacuum between him and then the current leader, which is Alexander Afenyo-Markin. Who would you have preferred among the leadership of the MPP in Parliament? Which of the members would you have preferred to be current leader of the MPP, irrespective of their numbers?
Control from Kuma wouldn't have been a bad choice.
Okay.
Patrick Yabouama. Patrick Yabouama wouldn't be bad.
Okay.
Yeah. And a few others. Yes, but this immediately these are the names that are on my mind. You see, Koto Nkrumah is a smooth talker. He has his way of going around things and what have you. Patrick Yabouama, if you look at him, for the number of years he stayed in Parliament, nobody has issues with him.
Yeah.
In fact, let me tell you, this one is a gossip.
We like it.
See, it's a gossip. You realize that the NDC was pursuing all the seats they lost.
Sure.
Including that of Yabouama.
Yes.
Did you see them exerting any force on it?
No.
Did you get them fighting to ensure that Yabouama does not remain in Parliament? No. No. If you know how to wash your hands,
you can eat.
You will eat with elders. So it's about negotiations. It's about talking. There are things you don't need to come publicly and shout. You just have to. That's why it's Parliament. It's the reason why they say Parliament is the master of its own rules. They can make rules today and change it the next hour. If you know only how to do it. That is why there has never been a privileges committee punishing anybody. Have you noticed that?
Sure.
Anytime the speaker even set up a committee to investigate something, the committee works are not end. Why? Because behind doors, they close the case.
Sure.
So MPs will fight in Parliament, Speaker will come and form a committee, go investigate. The committee will sit twice, and that is all. Nobody hears anything.
All right, Charles. I'm so grateful. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll try to get through to you to talk again tomorrow. It's been a nice.
Thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you too. Have a wonderful time. And Charles McCarthy is an editor of the Hawk newspaper, and we are having this conversation analyzing the contenders, the challenges in the MPP's presidential primaries at the road to 2028. And that's I'm trying to see if I could get I would on Monday as well to look at the aftermath of it. I will do it for the Custodian newspaper. He's also an editor. So we'll see how it goes. We're trying to build up a momentum towards the NDC as well. And then we'll look at getting all these guys to be talking to us. So you can also join us. 0537158638 is the numbers you can call us now. But me afraid it didn't come on there. I don't want to say 50 farmers to MPP road to 2020. We'll also be reading some few text messages that has come about in between time and now. Let's get to hear you. But it's a nice conversation.
Very interesting conversation. You remember I said the same thing he said not too long ago. I told you why the NDC didn't really pursue Patrick Yabouama's seat. Because it was one of the seats they were
they mentioned about I think if I request like about 5 seats they were trying to go for but Patrick has been Patrick has the demeanor of the former
president.
No, the former leader. What's the name?
Osei
Mensah. He's grown with that attitude. Because the best thing you could do in Parliament is to learn how to dialogue.
Exactly.
That's a basic
Patrick
thing.
Would have been a better minority leader.
But myself, I was asking myself, what is this change? How did this change come about? But irrespective of anything, they knew what they are doing. Let's see how it goes. This Buga kind of leadership.
I mean, it's not helping. And as Mr. McCarthy said, looking at your number, the NDC doesn't need you for anything. So you should rather be engaging them a lot, dialoguing a lot. And I think Patrick Yabouama would have that. I said the reason the NDC didn't go after that.
Even Patrick and Kojo,
And Kojo.
Any of them could do because I think the militant aspect of
Afenyo is not really
helping them. Yeah. They should take a second look at it. Maybe it's about time for them to, after the 2028 primaries, they now have to sit as a party. Once it's done from the grassroots level and then getting all their, then as a party, think through it and see what would better work for them and go for it. But in between time and now, it's not really helping. It's becoming to a nuisance at a point. To most people, even to the Ghanaian people, it's becoming to a nuisance. But maybe that's the style they want. So
Patrick has this question and answer session on his Facebook, you know, and consistently he's been acknowledging the good works that the government does. Before he would say, oh, they could have done this. That's exactly Mr. McCarthy was
but that is the best way of, to win the hearts of the people.
But what is all politics even the one that did the citizen, Mr. McCarthy said something. You sing the song of the people, of the people. But when the people are singing praise, you say no.
Because in political marketing and also political communications, once you want to appeal to the people, look at what the goodwill is, and wave on the goodwill, but also try to punch holes within the goodwill and say, oh, this is good, but they could have done A, B, C, D. And if you do that, you begin to let people begin to
take you serious
and also begin to love you. And so the moment you said, I want this, people, oh, with this guy, he speaks the truth. But when you begin to make it look as if everything is negative,
it's negative.
Whilst they also see that they're positive. But we could do better. I think people will not take it.
I think, look, Afenyo, like he said, before he became minority, we listened to him. He was a fine gentleman. Mr. Markins, please change your modus operandi. Change the tactics. Say, far, you need to. Sano checking me.
Instructions can change. No problem. Instructions and no can change.
Then you need to change.
Okay, another strategy that will make you flow with the people. There are times in works, there are things you just shut up, not talk about it. Just let it flow. Because if you want to be agitated about everything, you get up at the end of the day, nobody will understand you and you don't end up understanding yourself. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Your name was Richness Live.
Hello, good morning.
Can you turn the volume of the TV set down? Turn the volume of the TV down. Turn the volume of the TV set down, please.
Hello?
Yes, sir. And come on, so.
Hello?
Ma o TV no volume no enko from yen twin common wo phone do so. Me te won kapa.
No, this about that matter.
Yeah, that's it.
Mention the example.
Yes, sir.
But the MPP party na kojú. Ọ̀sẹ̀ náà kúkọ́ yàtọ̀ wúwé bèrè náà yẹ bá kọ̀kọ́ ọba kojú ọ̀kan ní. Na sẹ́ni kásẹ̀ delegate na bẹ kyerẹ́ wọn delegate ẹ̀yẹ bẹ kyerẹ́ wọn pápápá MPP party ẹ̀wúrẹ́ yíyẹ na efiri. Yẹ bẹ kyerẹ́ bẹ yẹ wúrẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tampon yẹ bẹ kyerẹ́ MPP delegate yẹ bẹ kọ́ apá. Because what I saw and so quite a one no. Obama Traya, I want to and so quite a one no. And the MPP delegacy is the 2028 year. You're not sure. You're not sure about my own example was the number 2. I didn't know the Kata. She had also been for a couple years. What would now the Pata? Now, she and Chicago and the Papa. And the one show, you the Tony, and you were the camp, the company, and what they do as you get, and the Ghana for her. Now, look at one, a prayer to Ghana for to the delicate of 12 months, not the record, that's 2028, or 2.2 million MPP. Obey the new I'm a mobile man, over this one, I want to do my own. Over the Jumaya, I'm a open one. And I if you delegate, won't you from. Munkin, now my number 2. Now, and the first one, the Kusaka. One more women that I'm to a copy and not man. I will say, and men give me the support that part about who have the top of the Califa was from the party. Who's been the top of free?
Okay.
And you can't afford and then before. That is the same and then I'm when I'm going to never from Rabba, you're going to come and man. Then you prefer to talk about I don't know.
Amen. Yaminson Council. Enjoy your day. 0537158638. And numbers also between the churching command of Payashan Yama Ecoso. MPP Road to 2028. China. Agroni form. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Ofra no ama volume TV no volume aba from ke otwawo fane o ya heshibami ni o reduce o TV volume ni wo gbasa ne phone no eche wo bateshi mutumo ni wo fio 0537158638 is the numbers. We also have to go to the board. We'll be reading the messages that has come in this morning. We'll read them live and direct. So if you don't want to call, you can send your text messages. Who wins? Is it prophecy or data? Now the big question there.
The big
prophecy
question
or data?
Oh, for me, it's data for me.
You go for data. Yeah. Okay, so the MPP presidential primaries, the MPP decides tomorrow. Are you going for data?
I'm going for data.
Okay, I don't know about our viewers whether they are going
credible
for prophecy.
Data. Please, Musa Danko's data.
Oh, you are going for Musa?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. Your name was reaching us live from? Kaswan, but you're frost saying that with you. Hello, it's your boss.
Now, there's so many messengers that want beyond about the
okay.
You
Yes, here dance the other way from Kaswa 0537158638. Culture, Bewani OTV volume Ebashi. Also Frey. Call us. Good morning.
Good morning,
good morning, Minia, to say. Okay, Nana, Yensio. Yes, sir.
When you make come down and party after there, and the delegates, and the people, and commonset. So the country has been commonset, the over career Joshua, or and commonset, the war of Babani, it's taking 500 years, and that never be that right. And the country has been and commonset. And you know that the effect of about 100 years, and that MVP of Abraham. And the air can say, and then also says the MVP of Papa, nobody or Carabini, our partner partner, no more partner, and you're going to get 2028. I don't know about example. And yes, MVP, that's good. My name is Church. We have to do here. You might know the example. You're going to go or put in your phone. And then the old shop is for your own day. I mean, only not the pata. What we are back. What we do so tell. And you are saying, every moment must be watchable. I'm not a movie and woman. I just my example. And you are saying before. Almost 10 years. Now, but I have a phone. So there's some people yeah. Never back the example. National chairman, Yakomo Abraham Bayeboa. Chapa you. You have taken for a year. I'm not asking uncle, I'm not asking Alakoma. MVP. I just throw at the up and no part of it. na ọkọni ma mo kwa wa so to mo tumi abutra e ma ko e frɛ e ka wa de aduma no ọkọ da na ko tumi de afisa bro na Onyankopɔn aso wo nyam wa ya de papa mo Onyankopɔn dira o Onyankopɔn de aduma.
Amen. Yamishra also. Good morning. 0537158638. And numbers also between me at Shawandri. Why not travel? Manya Mafia. 0537158638. Menya Krobo. Kajia Kenya Nyangalo. Game. Wajeko. Tete. Mofia Moye. Lo. But told me before. Natona Yomi on 0537158638. My people in the North Kawula. I know everybody is doing very well there. So let's get to hear you. We got a few more minutes. We'll be wrapping up today's edition of the Morning Focus. It's a national policy focus aspect. Morning Focus starts from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Monday to Friday. And we have a lot of pack on our shows for you. And you can support any of our segments, be it the newspaper review, the weather, the sports, the news, the scripture reading, the proverbs, the African proverbs of the day, the conversation, the phone-in segments, any of this, you can always support it. Nti Freya ni nti won kan up 0537158638. Eye number sounds bit me afre na oni atwetwe nkomo ene anope. Enche bia yesori dwumadi esi nanso echena. No sia pepe. Yes ya. A team of reporters across all and also 333 polling stations. To bring you all the snipes from all the places. We'll get other colleagues from the various journalistic point, editors from other newspapers or from TV, hosters from other sides to also get their input across the country. We'll have more conversation on this. And between time and now, let's get interactive. We just got 5 minutes to do the phone-in section. PCR, if you're ready, we can read the text messages that has come in. I think we have got 1 or 2 text messages from Kwabenya and also from Menshia. We'll read those messages as well. It's also bet me afre nyawo nwanya hi chawo what 0537158638 prophecy can data tenanyo baako MPP primaries road to 2028 wo afo shikie abaje ame mokome de ba hia ame party en na ya election 2028 namo ba win. Is it Brian? Is it Kennedy? Is it Ken Ejapon or Cabinet Japan, Edu Chum, Doctor, or Dr. Mahmoud Baumia? Memento. 0537158638 is the numbers. Let's get to hear you. Let's have this conversation quickly. We turn around, we go to the board, we read 2 messages that has come in quickly, and then we start coming back into the studios and start wrapping up. But my worry has to be, I believe that the Accra Metropolitan Assembly did listen to the conversation we have with regards to the cemetery issues, that they will deal with the cemetery issues as soon as possible. We need security, we need lights there. We need 24-hour surveillance. About time we upgrade our cemetery, it become a tourist attraction. I mean, you travel to other places and it's a beautiful spectacle. Let's keep that memories and give them that respect. I mean, the human body is throwing them and selling the land. Charlie, I come back crying a day, sir. I come back crying a day, Hey, who? Me and Tonka, and Chibia near co, and she also will be against Chibia to me the farm at Trophon so. Get we are no Sunday back when the book at 0537158638 now. Chairwell, New York Sunday. Hey, super granddaddy. You know, super granddaddy Menya Kromo, right? I'll say, oh, friend, now I'll say, who need me? Or no, a Brian Nipa. A granddaddy, a Brian Nipa. It's a grand, ye chow, baby, will be a. It's young can kind a few text messages now, Abano. You kind we are na your bus studio no na ya start air park and yama your bag and your baggages near your baby akoji ahome kakra elections in there but omo ya den ya beba so e jam say PCR metumi asore so there as a main sorry so ko kan messages no na ya ba di Bernard me di jaw na mako board no so
Masenti ye be call board no so na ya ko kan messages a etifo ni ahwefo de abrain and anope Mr. Fire.
Yep. Okay, into here Kwabenya and anope Kwabenya in the first place of course this morning ke oye Kwabenya no bo to here or Eben who can no question for our brothers out there is Eben from Kwabenya and it says finally. I love that word. Finally. I believe the former National Security Minister, Honorable Ken Dapa, will sleep peacefully because what he cried for under the watch of CJ Enimyeboa and CJ Tekono has come to pass in the era of CJ Bafo Boni. Truly, Ghanaians are feeling the resetting agenda. And it's a greetings to the MCR of Ghana East, Nana Ampim, Eastern Regional Women's Organizer, and the chairman, BB Moro of Akwetia. Now, from there, we go to Capito, the man from Goso. Yeah, Capito says, at long last, the battle is getting to an end. And it's the day of voting. I'm still pleading. Is that finally, the battle, the dust are settled. Ejabo. Enyabedru. Nambo echina. Na nensanda nensayam. Upper delegates no chop. So we vote massively for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na only a MPP party name na onko winning Frank only winning as a leader for election 2028 to win power. To win power 2028. And I'll say he is number 3 on the ballot. No mistake. Shine your eyes. Shine it. See, if you use your hand to open your eyes.
NDC force activate all body cams. May he so rest in peace.
Charlie, activate all the body cams. But when I say shine your eyes, so you open it like that. Shine your eyes. But he said it is possible. And this sense is regards to Mavis Hawakum, the incoming MPP National Women's Organizer, hopeful. So these are the few text messages that are coming this morning. And I love the latter part of Capito's. It's a shine your eye. You be shining on them, make sure say Uvuta Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Or say, oh no, what last? I mean, he's the best bet. Super Grandad Super say Brian Champon. The best bet. A friend say, Kwesi Kwati Sabe, we say, Ken, the best bet. Nana ya Opoku Mensa, or also say, Edu Chum, the best bet. Sefanso say, Engineer Kwame, the best bet. Now also best bet in the
wine. Message na Eben the buyer. There was a time Anna. Security Minister Honorable Kandapa to say the perceived lack of justice or the perception that we have about the judiciary said they are biased, can pose a security threat.
Which it is. Is one of the dangers. I remember I did a piece on that. He visited the North one day. We had one-on-one with him, with Albert Kandapa. And it tells you that deep-seated, we sit on tenterhooks. When the perception grows, and when people begin to feel aggrieved, it will bend the nation. They won't have justice at the court, so they will take it into their own hands, which also will not be good for us.
For me, I was happy the Honorable Kandapa made that statement because, I mean, it was his government. He could have decided that, I won't talk about it. Because if you say, under Akufo-Addo, there was perceived bias in the judiciary. It is painting the executive, some way. But he was bold enough because this is a security issue, and that is what we expect from our security chiefs and ministers. once it is about security, don't put your government first.
No.
Put the security
It's
of
a
the
nation.
first.
It's a nation that is as important as the people within it. Because it's just like if somebody wants to commit suicide, you can't say because he wants to die, so we should leave him. No, we need everybody. So we'll prevent you from committing that suicide. So that's the same thing when it comes to security. We will not allow anything to cause the peace of this nation. It's stable. We have the stability. We have things going on. But it's better to dialogue and to bend this country.
Minty Frenchy.
Oh yes, I think we saw Savannah with Trebian, almost a Trebian Profo. You are in big trouble. Zanam Vono, Tell 20 seconds, let's wrap up, let's go.
Yes, so we want to thank.
We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we want to thank our viewers, listeners, and especially those who called in, sent text messages, contributing to the show. We are very grateful. It's been a great week. And my take, we call on security experts and then the chiefs, the traditional leaders, and then the assembly, the MC for the Osu area, to be interested in that story we brought to you about the Osu cemetery and people digging their graves and selling those pieces of land to other people. It's a security, it's a health issue.
It's a health and a security threat to us as a nation.
So let's take it that seriously and act.
All right, so today being Friday, I want to say a big thank you to Ken Ashibe, the chief servant of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, speaking with us. I want to say a big thank you to the president of the Ghana National Cocoa Farmers Association, Stevenson Anani Boateng, and her PRO, Nanaya Asantua. They were the first to set the ball rolling with us this morning. And also a big thank go to Charles McCarthy, the editor of the Hawk newspaper, for that extensive conversation with us going into diverse areas. We're going to have more of this as we go on. This is NBN TV. I want to say thank you to our viewers. Big thank you to all of you. You've been wonderful. We love you. Our callers, our texters, mwah, I give you a blow you that kiss this weekend. But don't forget to join us tomorrow, 6 a.m. We'll bring you the news brief at 6, and right after that, we go into the politics of the day, where our reporters will be scattered across the entire length and breadth of the country to bring us up to speed with the happenings. We're going to profile each of the candidates one after one. We get people to speak to it, and we get some other editors to join as we move on. My name is El Samuels, and I always do this together with my
Bernard Agbemo Educhi.
And we say, when you stop to say a prayer, say one for us. And don't forget to say a prayer with every heartbeat. 2 p.m., we'll be back with sports. Good morning.